just want to see what your fingers look like. This does not need to be engaged.
Okay.
So when I put my fingers up, literally it's this. Like if I were to flop my hand around, I guess maybe that's probably because I've so naturally done it for so many years. But when you put your hand up, your thumb doesn't go like that, does it? Naturally, that means it's tense. You don't want tension. So when you put your viola hand up, make sure you can do this, and there's a little space for your bow tip to go. Or yeah, see when you're doing this. Or whatever you were doing. Yeah, that's correct. See? Do you feel if that's more comfortable? And do you see how that moves everything?
Mm-hmm.
That might be the root of your left hand intonation problems, possibly. I'm not really sure, but if you just open that up to where it doesn't hurt anymore, or you're not squeezing, and I really do not want you at all to squeeze the instrument like that to keep this tension. Just lose the tension completely, and then just let your thumb rest as it will. Is it resting as it will?
Yeah.
Okay, so now from there, try and don't hold, but don't squish the egg. Right, good. And yeah, that looks good. That actually looks good. Now Now let's try it again with this left hand. Slowly. Dude, so much more in tune. So much better in general. So yeah, that's probably the problem, because then it brings your whole hand backward this way. Whereas, boom, if you just open up the thumb from the rest of the hand and let it not be tense, you have more room for your bass knuckle to move, less like tension just from stopping that. That's a hard one. I have trouble with that one still. And when you get to the pinky, if you need to collapse your wrist a little more, because it's a smaller finger, that's fine. So you see how my wrist moves a little bit as I go? To the point where I'm almost at here. I'm almost killing the egg. But when you're regular open position, allow your wrist to be curled in just a little bit. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's try that. One more time. Try again. Keep going. Again, I'm gonna hold my finger here so you don't clamp down on it. Okay, so I understand now. Okay. To remedy the fact that your fingers are shorter, instead of collapsing your wrist, you're squeezing. And to give you like a place to like, is that what it feels like? It giving you a place to like reach from?
Yeah. A
stable place. That's not, we don't need that at all. Instead, just from the egg position of your curled wrist, just a little bit. It can feel like you're bringing your hand around a bit. You can bring your hand around for the pinky. You can collapse it a bit. But do not squeeze your thumb. It doesn't come from the thumb. It comes from the wrist, how you go about using your third and fourth finger. So I'm going to do that again. And when I see you, just slow, very, very slowly, like not even in time. Explore how you can find, use your bass knuckle and put the finger down comfortably without squeezing. I'm going to put my finger in there again. So let's do that. See, that looks good. I'm going to put my pinky right here. Go ahead. Right? If you need more room to work with, bring your wrist up. One more time. Nope. Try again from the bottom. So now I also notice that you're here. Let's try and make sure that first this line right here stays about level with the fingerboard. Maybe a little lower. No, it would only be a little lower if you have longer fingers. No, so you want this to stay about level with the fingerboard, okay? So let's try that. Good. Now go ahead. Feel that now? Don't need the elbow. See, this is why I think you're having intonation problems, because you're using way too much work. So you know how, see that? That's right. That's right. Okay? So your wrist can move. You have room to work. Because, again, the wrist and palm, I guess, are subservient to where your fingers want to go. Okay? So wherever your fingers want to go, let things move. Don't move them actively. Okay. Let things happen as they will. And this takes some exploration, because it's difficult to teach this specifically, because your hand is not shaped the way my hand is. I have a conception of how my hand works. Yeah. Okay? And that's generally how motor functions work. But I mean, like, this is not going to be the same for everybody, this whole line thing. Some people are going to have longer fingers than I am. Some are going to be different. My fingers are very strangely shaped, whereas they're not straight at all. Yours are straighter than mine. But generally, you want most of your hand to be around the neck, on this side instead of underneath. Because if you are here, look, if you were here, how is your pinky ever going to reach? I have to squeeze from here. So, actually, you know what, Jet? Just put your fourth finger down. Keep it down, keep it down. Do not squeeze that thumb, or I will. Thank you very much. See that? Now play it. See how much easier that is from right here? Yeah. Without needing to squeeze, or actually, start here. Start with the first finger. Bring everything back. Here we go. Okay, now play just from 1 to 4. Okay, good. So now you're starting to get it. You're squeezing still a little bit. That's fine. Less than before. And I saw you let your wrist move a little bit. Okay, so you're starting to get this concept, right? So it's all done without squeezing, without the elbow. Okay? So essentially, like, the elbow lets the wrist and hand do whatever it wants, right? As we talked about with that. The wrist let the fingers do whatever they want. So essentially, we have a flow of energy starting back here from your arm. How you get your elbow moving around all the way to your fingertips. Okay, and tension stops that flow of energy.